Hello, and welcome back to Nerds Only, your one-stop shop for all things nerdy. I am your hairiest host, Mother Goose.
And I am your other host, Cosmar.
Our king.
Yeah, I am the king of hosts, the host of hosts.
All podcast hosts bow to Cosmar.
Yeah, come on. Looking at you, Brendan Lee Mulligan. I don't know if you're in any podcasts, but I'm gonna.
I'd be so surprised. Like, I don't know if he hosts one, but I would be so surprised if he's never been on a podcast.
Yeah, I feel like surely there's some like D&D, like let's talk D&D, or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been on.
Yeah.
But he'd bow to me if he was. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, today we are here to talk about Superman.
Woohoo! I love that movie.
Audience, this is going to be spoiler filled.
Yes.
So we didn't say that last time, K-pop Demon Hunters.
We did
Sorry. And then editor me was like, I need to go back and record a spoiler warning, and I didn't. Sorry.
That's okay.
Also, I noticed that this will make 6 episodes in a row that we've talked about television shows or movies. Sorry about that. This isn't just a purely television and movie podcast, but it's been a good run.
Yeah.
It's been a good run
We've been
lately.
having some really cool stuff coming out, man. Got a lot of cool things going on.
Real. But yeah, so last week I talked about the DCU timeline a little bit. Now we're actually getting into the movie. Again, last chance. Get out of here if you don't want anything spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Superman dies.
Yeah. And then he turns into a woman. He transitions. That's why you know how all those people are saying the movie's woke? It's because he transitions.
Yeah, and Lex Luthor starts a harem of now Superwoman clones.
Yes.
More of that, please.
Yeah, DC, please. If you're listening to this, put that in. That'll get so much money, I promise.
Okay, let's not dwell on this too much, but like, it pisses me off so much that people are complaining about it being too woke when the message is just be kind to people.
Yeah, like, what is there to be woke about? The only time politics is ever, like, real world politics, obviously there's politics within the fictional universe that's going on, but like, mentioning the Democratic and Republican Party.
Oh yeah, there was that one line.
Just the one line that was hilarious. It's like the both things that the liberals and conservatives can agree on is that we hate Lex Luthor. Like that's it. Like
Me too.
Like the only other thing I can see is like, oh well, they're saying it's okay because it's okay to accept the alien even though he's not an American citizen. It's like.
Superman was always an immigrant. Shut up.
It's like, oh heck nah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry, audience. Sorry, Joey, who is connected to headphones, directly beaming my voice into his ears.
No, I agree entirely. It's like, what is woke about the movie? I don't know.
I don't know.
Some BS made up. So stupid.
Yeah, it's just an excuse not to enjoy the movie, and the themes of this movie are the themes of Superman. Like, I think this is one of the most comic accurate Superman movies we've ever gotten.
I agree entirely.
I genuinely don't think I've seen a Superman movie I haven't enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them.
All of them.
Maybe I have a problem. Don't worry about it. I think this one might be my favorite.
It's definitely my favorite. I think it's something. It balances so well, I feel, the realisticness, but also the hope associated with superheroes. Mm-hmm. Because on one hand, you have, like, The Boys, which is just filled with darkness and depression for no good reason other than, if people had powers, they'd be bad people. Okay, cool. And then you have shows that are a little too hopeful, like some stuff that Marvel and DC puts out sometimes that are, everything goes a little too well. Mm-hmm. It's not really realistic in the sense of how it interact with the government and blah, 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 blah. Stuff that mildly matters. Mm-hmm. I feel like this movie balances super well. Yeah. Like having the sense of realism while it's not overly dark and depressing, and still a sense of like, he's a symbol of hope. even in this landscape where these terrible things happen, he's still a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
You know, he's not like crushed by the weight of the world. And I thought that was really cool. I thought they balanced it really well.
Which I'm so glad you said symbol of hope, because it feels very... This is going to sound weird because Superman was this original quote-unquote symbol of hope, right? Mm-hmm. But then we have series like My Hero Academia where All Might, I feel like, for a long time represented that hope that Superman was supposed to represent better than a lot of modern interpretations of Superman was doing.
I agree.
And this is definitely a return to form. Like the scene where the building is crashing, the dust scene.
Classic.
And there's one lady who's not going to make it out, and he saves her.
Yeah. And like I think that's okay. I think sometimes people are like, oh, I don't like the superhero genre because like superheroes are so ludicrous. Like, oh, they're not real people. Mm-hmm. It's like sometimes they're not supposed to be real people. They are supposed to be symbols. They're supposed to be, caricatures of, what's the word? Concepts. Caricatures of concept. Mm-hmm. Like, what is hope in a tough and rotten situation? What is strength in when things are wrong? What gets you back up?
Yeah.
And like that scene is perfect because I'm sure, the own critic and cynic in me sometimes is like, oh, well, there's no way he could have like saved her in time. Or I'm sure there was another building that fell that killed someone else that he didn't save. But that's not the point of the story. Mm-hmm. In going that far for the length of, oh, the story needs to be realistic is sometimes, it's just not necessary. So anywho, that's like my own internal dialogue that I just blurted out onto the podcast. But yes, I agree. I love that Superman was characterized as hope, and we got to see that. And he's like he saved the dog.
He saved a squirrel.
It's peak. It's awesome. And it's so cool to see in a superhero landscape that's kind of dominated right now by kind of this darkness and depression that's like, oh, with great power comes great responsibility that most of the time you can't handle, and therefore bad things happen.
Right.
That concept is thrown away in this movie, I feel. I feel that Superman is able to rise against the odds. And that's the whole purpose of his character. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry for that whole rant.
No, good stuff. And, something that I think fits really well with what we've been talking about is the fact that not every superhero is that purely optimistic hero like Superman is. We see the Justice Gang and Mephisto. I feel like I'm butchering his name, but the one that can essentially create anything. The one
I see. I don't know his name personally, but I do know who you're talking about.
Something like that. Anyway, I'm so sorry, audience. Such a great character. Amazing job James Gunn did with him as well in this movie. Mm-hmm. But not every hero was super optimistic, right? Mm-hmm. Guy Gardner, it's Green Lantern. God, he's a hero, but he's also kind of a dick a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We see he's got a little bit darker of a take on the world, but even then, he will still show up to help people in need.
Yeah, then you got Hot Girl, who just straight up killed one of the bad guys.
More like Hot Girl. Auga, bark, bark, bark.
Step on me. Cut that out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I thought that was actually a really cool moment in the movie. Mm-hmm. Where he's like, you're just like Superman, la la la, you're soft, you won't do anything. And she's like, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm not like Superman. And then she just kills him. And I was like, dang.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was really cool that they added that in there as well, to not be overly optimistic or only show one side of the situation.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Who really took the show?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. I love that guy so much.
You brought the dog, man? I saw a video of that line, which then cut to a dog man edit the cartoon.
You brought the dog, man? Oh, that's so fire. I need to see that video.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific really stole the show. I think he was probably my favorite side character in the entire movie.
He's just my favorite character, period. I love Superman. Mm-hmm. He's my second favorite character, but Mr. Terrific was just so amazing. I love that guy. I loved any time he was on screen. I was having such a great time.
Yeah, same. His fight scene.
I know. Oh my gosh, they did not need to cook that hard, dude.
I saw a video that was like Superman 2025 spoilers without context, and it was the Guardians of the Galaxy scene where James Gunn, I think maybe brother-in-law, is doing the arrow and is flying through killing people. And with the music that played in Mr. Terrific's fight scene, and part of me was sitting there like, man, those really were just the same scenes, weren't they?
Yeah. I think in an interview they were like, that scene seemed like inspired by the Yondu arrow scene. Is there any correlation? And I think he said that they're like it had the same kind of feel.
Yeah.
But my favorite one of those memes that I've seen is just the A1 barbecue sauce. Because I didn't get it when I first saw it. I was like, A1, what? But then it was A1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know, it takes a second, but once you get it, it's like, oh, that's amazing. Because it's just a standstill picture of an A1 barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good transition to Lex. Is there anything else you wanted to say about Mr. Terrific?
I do not. I think the fact that he got so much screen time in a movie about Superman surprisingly worked out really well. I think it really did add to the movie's plot. So applaud you, James Gunn, and the screenwriters and story writers.
Make Mr. Terrific. Give him his own movie. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Give him a movie or a show. Like, give me more Mr. Terrific.
Okay, Lex Luthor. Certified hater.
I know. I love those jokes where it's like, that movie was so inspiring. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, I loved it too. I want to be a better person now. Oh, no. I was talking about Lex Luthor. I'm not hating to my full capacity. I need to make a clone of my enemy and then beat him up with it.
Real, which is definitely setting up Superboy, which do you know how about Superboy and how he usually works?
I do not.
So as you saw, and this is technically spoilers, but this happens in like so many different comics and animated projects. Like it's just standard for the character.
Yeah.
As you saw, the Superman clone was dummy. Dumb. I was going to say dummy thick, but
it was dummy thick.
It got in the way of my message. He wasn't very smart. So Lex in the comics, to get around this, combines his DNA and Superman's DNA. And makes essentially a clone of both of them merged, and that creates like a stable person, if that makes sense.
Lex Luthor is on something else.
He's so much of a hater. He has a son with his enemy.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him his brawn and my brains. Oh, it's kind of insane. It's like, Lex, you are obsessed.
Yeah, like of course there's the lovers to enemies arc in a lot of stories, but like this isn't even that. He hates this man so much. He has a baby with him.
I love there's been memes floating around recently where it's this picture from a comic book page where it's on this tree and it says Clark Kent loves LL, which is supposed to be like one of his childhood crushes or something.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, it's either Lois Lane or there's like Lana something that he has during his childhood. But people are like saying like, it's Lex Luthor. Oh, but it just kills me so much, those kind of memes.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, hugest hater. Insane.
Genuinely. So, of course, no one will ever beat the Reverse Flash as #1 hater. But, I mean, Lex, I think, takes the #2 spot here.
Yeah. Extremely close second. Bro he hates for the love of the game. Like, there's not even, like, Superman's not doing anything wrong. He's just like, I hate that you're better than me.
Yeah, it's not even like, oh, like Reverse Flash, he's angry at the Flash because he set up this crime to happen so Reverse Flash could save the day and be the hero, but then the Flash comes in and saves the day and steals his thunder. Like, that's, again, totally unreasonable, but at least there's a reason.
There's a reason. Yeah.
Lex just hates this man.
He's like, I hate that you're better than me. I want to be the best. It's like, bro, come on now. It is not that deep. You got to chill out.
Yeah. I really enjoy how evil they made Lex. Like, there's been a big push in media to have, like, sympathetic villains, which I think is a good thing. I think it makes for good storytelling. But I do also really enjoy sometimes just seeing a villain that's a villain because they're bad.
Unapologetic evil works in stories that are caricatures of things. So like Superman being a caricature of hope. Lex Luthor isn't supposed to be a sympathetic villain.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be this big bad businessman who just wants more money and wants the numbers. And even in this case, it's not even that. He hates him. He's like, I hate how good and strong you are.
Yeah, he's not even actively doing this to like somehow make more money. He's wasting money to kill Superman.
He's literally like, you know what? Screw Metropolis. Let's just go. Let's get out of here. If I can't have Metropolis, no one will.
Yeah.
Which is just so destroying a whole city is such. The level of hating is just insane, dude. Actually crazy. Where's the dog, Luthor?
I was just gonna bring that up. I literally, genuinely, I think this is out of the entire movie, the perfect scene to show Superman, or to show off Superman's character, because I genuinely don't think most people would have had the self-restraint to not kill Luthor in that moment.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't like grab him by the throat and take him up in the air.
He didn't even touch him.
Yeah, he just like got up in his face and was yelling at him, which was such a calm response. You know how much people love their dogs?
Yeah.
Especially with the context that knowing Superman's character, that he was taking care of it for Supergirl and how much Supergirl cared about the dog. Like, bro, it would have been on sight. Like, I'm about to rip off your arm if you don't tell me where this dog is.
Yeah, as I think maybe they might know of others. We'll just have to see what James Gunn does with the universe. But at this point, it is Clark Kent, it's Kara, and it's Krypto. That is it of their species, right? So that's a whole nother level. And this was just after the whole harem news leak thing happened. Like, there are just so many levels to this scene. And like I mentioned, Superman doesn't even touch him.
Yeah, I was really waiting for some like punch or some physical violence, like The Incredibles when he just punches the guy through all the walls. But no, he just, and he doesn't even when the girl starts recording him, he doesn't do anything to stop her.
Yeah.
I don't know, that scene was just bizarre because you can see how frustrated and angry he is. But he doesn't do any act of violence against this person, which that was really cool. It was cool to see him lose his temper and throw the table and like, oh, this dude's so strong right now, he could totally kill Lex. And Lex just got a smug face. I don't know about any dog.
What dog, bro?
It's like, just kill him, Superman. Just kill him. End this movie right now. I don't care. Earth is lost, man.
Yeah.
But no, he doesn't. And that was cool. Because usually in stories, at least in my opinion, a lot of times main characters lose their cool and then do something irreversible, which does work.
Yes.
But I'm glad they didn't in this case.
I agree.
I love it. I was like, oh, he's a good guy,
Which, let's maybe, if we're done with Lex, I'll probably circle back to Lex because he has just so many moments. But the change in the Superman traditional lore, I'll say, from his parents sent him to guide humanity to them sending him to conquer humanity and restart the Kryptonian race. How did you feel about that?
I thought it was such a wonderful twist.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. The only thing I didn't really like about it, I say filmmaking in a broad sense, maybe just a directing or a storytelling sense, is that Clark himself never, quote unquote, heard the Kryptonian message. He only heard what was played over the TV.
Yeah.
So and then everyone's like, no, it's real. No, it's real. No, it's real.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just wish there was something more to, which again, this is very nitpicky and not an actual real complaint against the movie. The only thing I didn't like about it was just this kind of hidden, like, maybe they made it up. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
There's still that chance that, oh, they messed up the message and changed it or something like that. So anywho, that's my only tiny complaint with it, because it feels like there still could be like we were kidding, they messed up the message, they're actually peaceful. But I hope they don't do that, because I thought it was such an amazing twist.
Yeah, I think a scene of him going back to the fortress and watching back to confirm if it's real would have really helped. Because I agree, the whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, so everyone's just assuming Lex, this evil guy, isn't lying and didn't, like, alter it. It's not like Mr. Terrific's, he's like, yeah, my tech guys, they wouldn't lie about it, but like, okay, sure, the message is real, but nobody said the translation was.
Yeah. It's like, are we sure? Are
Yeah.
we sure they didn't just lie? Are we sure they didn't change the message at all?
Yeah.
Well, the possibilities are kind of very far out there, but they are there. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that actually the message? But yeah, I love the twist. I think it really shook Superman's core, which I think is such a hard thing to do with a character as powerful as him, with such a good upbringing that he has had,
Yeah.
that it really takes something big and extremely personal to actually shake his foundation. And it was so cool to see that foundation shake and, you know, kind of crumble, because it's like, wait, what I've been doing all my life has been a lie. I thought I knew what was good, but now my parents, the people who gave me my whole mission, are telling me to do the opposite. And
Yeah.
maybe they're all right. You know, I was just like, that's so cool. I loved it so much. And plus, it also broke, how do I say this correctly? There is the expectation or assumption, because of all the previous Superman stories, that, you know, his parents are good people and they sent him to help Earth. And so with that assumption and then breaking that assumption out of nowhere,
Yeah.
it was just so good. Like, the shock value was just so there. And
Yeah.
it was like, what?
It was
jaw-dropping.
It was a really good place to put a twist in the movie because it was such established Superman, again, traditional lore. I don't think anyone was expecting it to either happen or for it to be real.
Like, that's exactly. Like, it was just so, like, that's so off that I still don't even know if that's a real message, because I'm still like, that's crazy. But it was incredible. Such an incredible twist, because that's the last thing I would have guessed that they would change about the Superman story. Is that his parents actually wanted him to conquer and make a harem? What?
Yo, I know. Sorry, I know it's the correct term, but harem just sounds so silly.
It sounds so stupid, dude. When they started doing the commercials, it like set for me, like, they're really saying harem. They're really like, he wants to build a harem of all our girls and take over the earth. It's like, oh my gosh.
I've seen so many women making videos like as if they were in the universe, and they were like, Superman's creating a harem? Oh, that's disgusting. Is there is there a number to call? Or sorry, that's so gross. And like, you know, good for you, girl. Good for you.
Hey, I would be too. Oh, what's the actor's name?
David
something.
Corns.
David
Wallace.
Corns Wallace?
Worcestershire. I'll look it up.
Worcestershire.
I'm sorry, David.
David
you did
calls
so good.
Corn Worcestershire. Hey, all I'm gonna say is he's an attractive-looking man. I mean, come on now. Who can blame the ladies?
Who can blame the ladies?
Who can blame the guys?
No, this definitely is not not the right guy.
Oh, this doesn't.
It's my fault, audience. I wrote Darvid.
Darvid. Ooh, who is this Darvid character?
Who's this Darvid guy? Cast. David Cornsweet.
David Cornsweet.
That's his name.
Wow. My condolences.
I'm not going to remember. I'm sorry. David, I'm sorry.
David, I'm so sorry, because Cornsweet is a crazy last name. I don't even... I'm so sorry.
Listen, just in his defense, I know someone whose middle name is Anal, and it's spelled A-N-A-L. So, you know what? You don't get to choose these things sometimes.
Who chose these names? Anal. Oh, sorry. Continuing
I do
on.
have a cinematography nitpick. I really didn't like a lot of the close-ups they did. So with their close-ups, they did a really close close-up with a really wide lens to create kind of this almost distorted look. It happens multiple times in the film, especially when characters are flying. Genuinely really did not like those shots. That is just a personal preference. I kind of thought they looked goofy, but I've also talked to multiple people who said they really liked the shot and thought they were creative. So again, it just comes down to personal opinion.
I will say the only shot I didn't like was the very first one when he's first flying, because it is a little disorienting at first. like booting up something at a resolution you didn't expect it to be. It's like, oh, that looks weird. But I think as the movie went on, I got more used to those shots.
Yeah.
And so later on in the movie, like when those things happened, the disorienting effect felt interesting.
Yeah.
Like it grabbed my attention and really put things into focus. Like it was almost, even though the things were still present on the screen, it's like they faded out because of the mix of disorienting and unfocusing the background. Mm-hmm. And so I really liked it later on. The only one I didn't like was just the first shot where it's him and it's his face and it's like, what is the point right now? Mm-hmm. The camera angle looks weird. His face seems really big right now in comparison to his body, and I don't really like it. But then like during some of the fight scenes, there were some different kind of varied shots that were so cool. And I think there were some of those shots with Luthor and Superman during their "Where's the dog, Luthor?" where there's these close-ups on both of their faces. And at that point, I was like, this is so cool. Anywho, that's my opinion on the subject matter.
Hell yeah. Again, it's just a really nitpicky thing. Every cinematographer just has a different style. And this person, what I will say is they have their style and they stick with that. And I think there's a lot of credibility to that.
I agree entirely. Props to James Gunn for sticking to what he wants to make.
Yeah.
To his style.
For sure. Okay, so I want to talk Jimmy Olsen. I find it so funny that, and lots of people have, there have been tons of memes, Superman, the Justice Gang, they're all like fighting to save the world. And Jimmy Olsen, poor guy, had to give up his weekend with a beautiful woman.
Oh,
what this man sacrificed for Metropolis.
Oh my gosh, I know, that was so funny. I'll send you the pictures if you spend a whole weekend with me. Oh, how much? Oh, Jimmy Olsen.
So he first texts her, and in his phone, her name is Mutant Toes. And so I was like, the first, I don't know, it's like 10 minutes maybe between when it's revealed who she is. That whole time I'm thinking, Mutant Toes, Mutant Toes. Which DC superhero has weird feet powers? Because that has to be a reference to some weird power person, and then it's just a gorgeous woman.
Yeah. Nah, she got some weird looking toes, man. she got some weird looking toes, I guess.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy, you king Jimmy.
I really like how that plotline all played out, though. How Lex's downfall was a woman scorned.
Yes. He did not just throw a pencil at me. This mascara running down her face. Oh, poor girl.
Yeah.
But she made it out with Jimmy Olsen. So
She did.
Happy ending for all.
Yeah, the way they set it up, literally the first scene of her, she's taking a picture of the hammer ball.
Yes.
Ballsville?
yeah, Ballsville. That's
Bulgaria, whatever it was.
Yes, the metal guy.
And just, again, props to the writing team, James Gunn, everyone, to just make a woman taking selfies be a major, plot point. Such great writing.
I know. I was so happy when that happened. Because I saw that at one point, she was taking a picture with all, the stuff in the background. Or she took a picture, in the secret, the pocket universe.
Yeah.
I was like, I really hope that comes back into play later, because that would be so fire.
Hell yeah.
So, no, that was so cool. Amazing.
So the pocket universe.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely diabolical. He just has people in prison there,
I know.
people he didn't like, political prisoners, monkeys.
Yeah. All the monkeys. Did you see the shot of I don't know if this is real or not, but in the movie there was one that said one of the monkeys was typing out Snyder made best Superman, new Superman bad, or something like that. It was, anywho, but yeah, the monkeys typing super shit was hilarious.
That Superman saying that is the only time he cusses in the entire movie.
Super shit. Come on, I don't like that one.
He literally tells the dog, "What the hey, dude?"
I know. That's when that first happened. I was a little worried. I will say, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a really kid-friendly movie." It's not a kid-friendly movie. Man gets his head shot. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. There's a lot of cussing in the movie.
That guy telling Superman, "It's okay, Superman, I don't have a family," when he totally did have a family.
At the end of the movie, there's his family. Oh, what a hero! Yeah, the writing there is excellent. I mean, come on now.
Something I talked about last week when I was just giving my quick little non-spoiler review of Superman, I said that James Gunn was juggling a lot, like he usually does in a lot of these superhero projects. Again, he stuck the landing. With so many different characters and so many different plot lines, it really could have fallen apart, and it didn't.
No, I thought it held together so well. I love the story because it was never disinteresting. Like, I never lost attention or was like, oh, I can't wait for Superman to come back on. I can't wait to see Jimmy Olsen again or something like that. Like, everything that was happening felt important. And since there was so much to go over, you're constantly jumping from, like, scene to scene to plot point, all these things, like, advancing at the same time. And it's always, like, interesting. Like, how's Superman going to get out of this prison? Oh, now we're going to Mr. Terrific, and he's doing all this stuff. How's he going to open the portal? How's he going to keep it open? And it keeps you interested for the whole movie by not... It doesn't become stale from how much it's moving from each plot line. And then they all collide together so well at the end. And, a quick little tangent, I was so happy that Lex Luthor just got absolutely side-bodied by Superman. Because whenever he's walking towards the portal at the end, like, I'm out of here. Then he sees Superman, he starts running. I was going to be so mad if he just got away unscathed.
He had that goofy run.
He starts running, and Superman, boom. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. Because I was like, no, he's going to get away. And then Superman just... Oh,
which
anywho
is genuinely one of my biggest issues with speedsters, which I'm going to... Yes, he doesn't have the Speed Force, but I'm considering Superman a speedster because he has been shown to move at their speeds. It pisses me off so much in media where the villain just runs away. You have super speed!
And they didn't do it in this movie.
They didn't do it, and I really enjoyed that.
I know. It just feels so satisfying. Like, wow, look at him using his powers. Yeah.
And you know what was even better than that? When Crypto bodied Lex.
Yes. Oh, man. Oh, because, he's getting to his, like, villain monologue, and then Crypto just out of nowhere, you just see his legs flailing about. It's like, oh, he's getting what he deserves right now.
Which, a big thing about Superman, or Crypto, is James Gunn kind of based Crypto off of his own dog and him being a bad dog. But, like, sure, Crypto definitely hurt Lex, but as strong as he is, one bite could have killed him, and he didn't, which shows that Crypto has at least some levels of restraint.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, look at what he did to the nanobites lady.
Oh,
like, he took a whole gash out of her face, and I was like, like, that dog is scary. And I will say I loved how inconvenient and convenient Crypto was for the plot at different points.
Yeah.
It made him feel like a real dog. It's like, this is fire.
Real. And he was so cute.
I know.
I would die for that dog.
Super random thought. Did you know that the robot is a real robot? I did not know that.
I didn't know till this morning. Did you see the video of James Gunn talking to it?
Yeah. I know. Like, the upper half is a real robot, which is them using practical effects. And the fact that the whole Fortress of Solitude was a real set, too. Like, they made all those crystals and everything. It's just so cool to me.
Yeah.
In a dominated green screen or blue screen field where everything's CGI, to have the practical set is just so cool. Anywho, that was just a fun little, like, that's awesome that they made an actual robot.
I completely agree. We got 5 seconds of screen time of Supergirl, and those were the best 5 seconds of the entire movie. And I stand by that.
I'm excited to see what they do with her.
I know. Her movie, and with Jason Momoa as Lobo as the main villain, it's going to be so good.
I'm so excited. I'm curious to see what tone they go with and, like how... what? There's a word. It's not realistic. That's not the word. It's like dark, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the word for it,
it's going to be very different tonally because just in those 5 seconds, we got to see how different of a Kryptonian she is than her cousin.
Yeah, she's like a partier. Her like 5 words she says, one of them is bitch, you know. Oh man. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see it and to see something so totally different in the same universe. I haven't seen anything other than Superman, I think, in the DCU so far. But
that's actually, we kind of talked about it last week. Now that you've seen Superman and the Batman, which is not technically canon to the DCU, but people want it to be, how do you feel about that?
Feel about them two being canon.
Yeah, like if they brought Robert Patterson's Batman into the DCU and made that the canon DCU Batman.
I want it so badly. Like I really, really hope they do. Because I think the Batman is such an amazing movie because it portrays Batman so well.
Yeah.
Like comic accurate detective, but still has that dark and the only word I can think of is edginess. But, you know, that kind of feel, that darker tone.
Right.
And it does it so well. That Superman does its tone well with the comics.
All about hope. Yeah. There's a real contrast there that I think could work really well. Not saying a different Batman couldn't work, but I really like what they did with both these characters and would love to see them interacting.
I do too. Like, I'd love to see something, not where it's like a Batman v Superman, like they're pitted against each other and they have to fight each other before they make up. That was way too targeted. My bad.
Who said that?
Maybe I'm angry at Batman v Superman. Anyways, I would love to see a movie where they interact, though. So I agree entirely. I'm hoping that the fans can get what they want and that we can get James Patterson?
I think so.
Is that his name?
Pattinson? Patterson, maybe?
Patterson, something like that. But I want his Batman.
From Twilight.
Yeah.
Being a bat again.
The creepy vampire guy.
Okay. We're running out of time. Sorry, audience. I've got 2 more questions for you. Clark and Lois's romance. How do you feel like that was handled?
I think it was handled really well. I think Lois definitely felt like a real character because she wasn't heads over heels for Superman. You know? She had her doubts and her insecurities and fears that it wouldn't work, and that really fleshed out her character, in my opinion.
And her own important part to play in the story, not just love interest.
Yes, which was amazing. You know, like she helped release the news and helped bring Lex Luthor down from a not political standpoint. I can't find my words today. I'm so sorry, audience. She helped bring Luthor down in a more legalistic way.
Right, because if the civilians did not know the truth, they wouldn't have switched on Lex. They would have just seen, Lex released this bad news about Superman, and then Superman beat him up, and Lex would have been the victim in that story. And without Lois, Superman would have never won back the public.
I agree, and that she was amazing, and I loved how grounded she was, and that whole conversation between her and Superman, where he has these big ideals and I just can't let people die. It doesn't matter what the politics or policies are. I just can't let people die. She's like, did you think about the geopolitical ramifications?
Did you think about the geopolitical ramifications of these nuts, huh? Sorry, that was inappropriate.
Oh, it was good. We got to slap explicit tags on these anyways.
Yes, I also really enjoyed the romance. I love that, it was 3 months into the relationship, so, it was that kind of weird growing period where, things are starting to get hard. It's not just that easy couple of months where you're so infatuated by the other person that nothing they do is wrong.
Yeah.
Another great Superman project is My Adventures with Superman. Phenomenal. Highly recommend it. But it also has a very similar dynamic. I think things are a lot easier for the animated Superman and Lois, but they still have their disagreements. And I don't know. Things like that just make the relationship feel real.
Yeah.
And final question. Rating. 1 out of 10.
Rating. 9.8 out of 10. I loved it. I have no real qualms about the movie itself. The movie within the larger context of the universe is just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But the movie itself, I loved so much. Yeah, definitely go see it if you haven't. If you listen to this, podcast with spoilers, but go check it out. It's really good. Whoopsies. is?
I think I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. It was not a perfect movie. I think almost, but I give it a 10 out of 10 because it was destined to fail. People loved the Snyderverse, and they were so upset about what happened with that universe. And like, I'm upset how dirty they did Henry Cavill. They fired him, they rehired him, literally just to fire him a little bit later, right?
I know. I hope they give him. James Gunn said he's open to giving Henry Cavill a role in the DCU. So
Yes.
I'm hoping that they do.
Yeah, and people, the DCEU came and it failed. The like superhero genre as a genre in terms of film, I don't think is as popular as it was when the like DCEU started. I think that was at its peak, and it still failed. So I think there was a lot of ways that this movie could have failed, and it didn't. And so I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. I genuinely don't think they could have done better with this movie, especially considering the circumstances.
I agree entirely. They really knocked it out of the park where DCU desperately needed a win. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what comes out next, especially now that it's gotten its attention and the approval of the public, of like, this movie's fire. So I'm excited to see where they go.
Same. Well, audience, that was all for today. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week with maybe not a movie, maybe a movie. We'll see.
Who knows what will happen? But remember to drink water and love yourself today.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye.
Sayonara.